Once upon a time, in the bustling city of Aldenborough, murder rates soared, and crime infested every corner of the streets. Shopkeepers behind their counters trembled each time the doorbell jingled, never knowing whether a customer or a criminal lay beyond. As law enforcement seemed increasingly powerless, the city sank deeper into chaos. Among the sea of familiar faces was a young girl named Lily, who lived with her grandfather in a humble apartment overlooking the hectic marketplace of Lily Street. Having just turned 12, Lily had heard countless whispers of fear murmur through the air like ghosts haunting every corner. One chilly morning, while Lily and her grandfather watered their small window box garden, a news report crackled on the radio. Local authorities investigate another armed robbery in central Aldenborough overnight. Grandfather paused, his wrinkled hands hovering over the flower pot. Once upon a time, he started, criminals used to scatter at the mere sight of a policeman. What changed? Lily asked, her gaze following the people down below like ants marching into unknown territories. Her grandfather shook his head. Oh, if only it were that simple, dear child. Intrigued and restless, Lily decided to observe the city more closely. With her trusty notebook in hand, an old gift from her mother, she wandered through the old cobblestone paths her grandfather frequently spoke of, where heroes and villains had once walked beneath the very same looming lampposts. In the market square, she crossed paths with Detective Archer, a man who was both feared and respected in equal measure. Deeply engrossed in his investigation, Archer didn't notice the fleeting gaze from a girl too young to truly understand the city's turmoil. As weeks passed, the unlikely friendship between Lily and Archer began to blossom through chance encounters. Archer, compelled by the innocence in Lily's eyes, shared stories of a time when honor walked hand in hand with justice. Lily learned of two looming shadows: one the powerful elite, who ensured their interests remained untouched by financing elements of dishonor, and the other, an apathetic public grown weary and complacent after years of being silenced. So, do you mean the system is the real criminal here? Lily remarked, fascination sparking in her eyes like a flame. Archer nodded slowly. The lines have blurred, Lily. No longer is it just about the culprits. It's about dismantling an entire web that chokes what is good and just. Determined to understand more, Lily started documenting peculiar patterns in the marketplace, noting times and faces that seemed out of place. Dusty alleyways yielded secrets. Whispers carried tales the newspaper ignored. And as the pieces of the grand puzzle fit together, it became apparent that the smallest of gestures could kindle a fire large enough to shed light where shadows thrived. Over time, Archer orchestrated a crackdown on several crime syndicates, using Lily's insights as guiding stars. Her sharp observations and detailed logs were instrumental in unveiling hidden linkages between the corrupt officials and criminal extremists. Despite initial setbacks, accusations framed as deflections, and increased hostility from the city's upper echelon, a public reclaiming of integrity began. Aldenborough once felt the winds of change. Officers adorned their badges with renewed pride, while people dared to dream of a re-envisioned world. Months later, Lily sat beside her grandfather, watching his children chase one another in a vibrant market square. So, does that mean we fix the system? She asked, ever the inquisitive heart. Her grandfather, with a soft chuckle, replied, "To fix the system, my dear, is to first fix what lies in the hearts of its keepers." In the end, it wasn't about obliterating criminals, nor solely about breaking chains of corruption. Aldenborough's story was one of redemption, achieved by kindling the spirits of its people, proving that the greatest power rests not in authority alone, but in the hands that shape communities, one individual at a time.